probably have a bigger scale of concern to you than it is. So therefore, you don't have the cash. Now, when you don't have the cash, you cannot talk about subsidy. This is where we are. The state is not capable of providing this subsidy because it doesn't have those resources. Okay. And once you don't have those resources, you don't talk about anything else other than, look, how do I survive? And once you survive, you know the pains will come, no doubt about it. Once you have changes to price of energy, cost of transportation will be impacted, no doubt about it. There will be knee-jerk reactions immediately. Transporters will raise the prices beyond the incremental cost of the fuel that we are. This is very understandable. It always happens, but it always comes down. It will normalize because the customer now has choice. So after all, why do I even have to go out of the house? You know, there are movements that you don't do. That
I like your optimism, Mr. Kyari, yes. And I'm told that we also have to let you go so you can attend to other meetings. But I want you to quickly speak to how optimistic you are as to whether or not government will be able to carry labor unions along, because I know that you have joined in one or two of these meetings. You saw in 2012 how Nigerians reacted to this move. How do you think it will, fare moving forward, being in that meeting and you saw the negotiation yourself?
Yes, obviously there are concerns, and as part of those engagement, Labour will have made it very clear to Labour and my colleagues. And I remember that I'm a former comrade, and I have been part of this. And we made it very clear that it's really not about subsidy today, and your ability to provide it. And of course, it comes with impacts. And those impacts will come on the basis of having higher prices of commodities, and also ability of workers to actually meet their basic requirements. So for you to meet this, something must change. And that's why Mr. President, in his wisdom, has said that, look, there must be some interventions. Those interventions be discussed so that the suffering of the vulnerable, including workers, be addressed. And I think that's why the conversation with the union will terminate. There is going to be engagement. We're going to meet them very soon so that we can see, look, how can we intervene so that the vulnerable don't suffer, and ultimately these changes translate to value to all of us, and of course, so that we stop subsidizing those who shouldn't have the subsidy in the first instance.
Already the prices are in the roof, Mr. Kyari, so the intervention should be coming. I mean, why the delay? It should happen now because Nigerians already are feeling the heat. Do you agree?
There are things you can do very, very immediately. I know this is going on. Those interventions will be on the table immediately. You will see it. There are long-term interventions and short-term interventions that you can do. But more importantly, you are going to have a balanced economic outlook so that the more prosperity will be created in our country, more people will have access to resources. And of course, ultimately, you will see that the immediate effect may be painful, but the long term is really, really belated. It will happen. And I'm very sure that Nigerians will see the wisdom in taking this decision at this point in time so that ultimately value comes back to all of us.
Group CEO, Nnpc Limited, Mele Kyari, thank you for talking to us on the program.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, so we are following closely government decision. The federal government is talking about intervention. Labor union is saying that, you know what, retain the status quo. Let us talk about the implication of this decision on majority of Nigerians, and also how do we come up with all of the other provisions that is needed for this subsidy removal to work, like getting our own refineries running again, creating alternatives for transportation, and also cushioning the impact of this price shock for many Nigerians. Well, we'll bring you up to speed as they happen as we follow the early days of the new president closely from here. That's our show today. Thanks for being a part of it. Remember to watch a repeat broadcast in case you missed it at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Nifemi Oguntoye.